Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Muhammad Fadlika Akbar. My student number is 241094249. Here, my group and I will be presenting on air pollution regulation in Indonesia. The latest regulation governing ambient air quality standards in Indonesia is Government Regulation number 22 of 2021 on the implementation of environmental protection and management. This regulation serves as the main reference for the threshold values of pollutants in ambient air, replacing previous regulations such as Government Regulation number 41 of 1999. In the annex of this regulation, the threshold values for various air pollutants are specified, such as fine particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, and lead. For example, the concentration of PM2.5 is set at a maximum of 55 microgram per cubic meter for a 24-hour averaging time, and its annual average must not exceed 15 microgram per cubic meter. This limit has established to ensure that air quality remains safe for public health. In addition, the government has issued Minister of Environment and Forestry Regulation number 14 of 2020, which regulates the Air Pollutants Standard Index or ISPU. This regulation introduced new parameters such as PM2.5 and hydrocarbons, and it also established the frequency of air quality information dissemination to the public. For instance, hourly reporting for PM2.5. The purpose is to provide the public with more timely and accurate information about the air quality in their surroundings.
Hi, my name is Alin Sukrika with the student number 2410942 and 10. I will explain about regulation in Indonesia about indoor air quality. The first regulation is Government Regulation number 66 of 2014 on environmental health. Covers indoor air quality standards for environments where people are present. Parameters include physical, chemical, and biological. Physical include temperature, lighting, humidity, ventilation, dust particles, and noise. Chemical include sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, lead, asbestos, POCs, and environmental tobacco smoke. Biological include fungi, pathogenic bacteria, and viruses. Next regulation is Minister of Health Regulation number 1077. This regulation focuses on residential houses. Parameters include temperatures in 18 until 30 degrees of Celsius, lighting more than 70 lux, ventilation rate 0.15 until 0.25 meter per second, PM2.5 less than 70 microgram per meter cubic in 24 hours. In biological, parameters include fungi, 0 CFU, pathogenic bacteria, 0 CFU. In chemical, sulfur dioxide is 0.1 ppm in 24 hours, nitrogen dioxide in 0.04 ppm in 1 hour, in 1000 ppm in 8 hours, POCs 3 ppm in 8 hours, and tobacco smoke in 35 microgram per meter cubic in 24 hours. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Abdul, and this time I will to talk about indoor air regulation about indoor air. Number 3, Governor Regulation or Pergub of DKI Jakarta number 54 of 2008 concerning standards for indoor air quality. However, this Pergub has been officially revoked by Governor Regulation of DKI Jakarta Province number 112 of 2022 concerning the revocation of governor regulation of the special capital region of Jakarta number 54 of 2008 concerning standard for indoor air quality. This means all provisions and standards within Pergub no longer have legal force for implementation in Jakarta. And then number 4, regulation of the Minister of Health or Permanent Case number 2 of 2023 concerning standards for indoor air quality is the newest and most specific regulation governing this matter, replacing of supplementing Permanent Case number 177 of 2011. Mandatory requirements include number 1 is physical, for example for temperature, lighting, humidity, and noise levels, or for chemical, for example for sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, and mercury. For biological, total airborne microbes.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Donna Rostam and my student ID number is 2410942023. So in this presentation, I will present about the regulations in the Ministry of Environment and Forestry regarding emissions from pollutant sources. First, we have the regulation number 11 of 2021. This regulates emission standards for internal combustion engines, such as oil or gas-fueled generators. This regulation was issued to prevent air pollution in line with the government regulation number 22 of 2021. In essence, business operators are required to ensure that all machines are used to comply with emission standards, conduct emission monitoring, especially for long operating machines, and carry out housekeeping, emission source inventories, and control fugitive emissions. This regulation has been enforced since May 24, 2021, and remains valid today. It also revokes several previous emission standards in the oil and gas, mining, cement, coal, power plant, and fertilizer sectors, making it the latest reference for emission control of internal combustion engines. The regulation number 20 of 2017 sets emission standards for new types of motor vehicles, dividing them into 3 main categories: M for passenger vehicles such as cars, minibuses, and buses, N for goods vehicles like pickups, medium trucks, and container trucks, and O for trailer or towed vehicles. Each category has maximum emission limits for pollutants such as CO, HC, NOx, and PM, with different testing methods depending on the engine types. These are ECR 8305 for gasoline, ECR 4903 for diesel, and ETC test for gas-fueled vehicles. In addition, Regulation number 23 of 2012 amended Regulation number 10 of 2012 concerning emission standards for new category L3 motor vehicles, which are motorcycles or three-wheeled vehicles. This regulation requires that all newly manufactured or imported motorcycles must meet these emission standards before being granted type approval. And finally, we have Regulation number 13 of 2021, which governs the Continuous Industrial Emission Monitoring Information System, CISPEC, as a platform for supervising emissions from industrial activities. Under this regulation, businesses required to install a continuous emission monitoring system must integrate their monitoring devices with the national CISPEC system. The integration process includes account registration, submission of administrative and technical data, verification of completeness, and system connectivity testing to ensure proper data transfer. With CISPEC, industrial emission can be monitored in real time, transparently, accurately, and in an integrated manner. This makes it easier for the government to enforce compliance with emission standards and encourages industries to operate in a more environmentally responsible way. So, that is my presentation for today. If I've said anything wrong, please forgive me. Thank you for watching and see you next time.